I, on the other hand, do cheer when bad things happen to bad people.
Did you see that Charlie Kirk just got shot and killed?
That's good.
Wow, that's good. That's good that people are getting shot just off a political view?
Charlie Kirk gets shot and killed today. We're just getting people's opinions. How do you feel about that?
Girl, someone had to do it. And that's how I feel at this point in time. But
I appreciate your honesty. I truly do. So you said someone had to do it.
yes.
Charlie Kirk got shot and killed. How do you feel?
Happy. Goodbye.
Wow.
Chuckle Kirk.
He's been one of the most divisive, especially divisive younger figures in this, who is constantly sort of pushing this sort of hate speech or sort of aimed at certain groups. And I always go back to hateful thoughts lead to hateful words, which then lead to hateful actions. And I think that's the environment we're in, that people just, you can't stop with these sort of awful thoughts you have and then saying these awful words and not expect awful actions to take place.
Matt.
And that's the unfortunate environment we're in.
The most influential
I've been following Charlie Kirk for a long time, so it's really hard to see that that's what this world has come to, especially from a college student standpoint. He came to ASU last October, so the fact that that could happen anywhere is disgusting. I think it's horrible that politics have to result to violence.
No matter where you see, how you see him, if you like him or not, you shouldn't shoot him. You shouldn't kill anyone. Take someone's life over politics. It's not right.
I'm scared to voice my opinion in something like that if it's going to result in violence in that way. I feel like I can't go somewhere and tell somebody how I feel if it's going to result in something like that.
He really resonated with young, conservative college kids, like yourself, it sounds like. What do you think this does moving forward?
I mean, I think it's just getting worse and worse now. I mean, it's so much more divisive now, and honestly, it's kind of scary to know how we move forward as a country, I guess.
Turning Point USA died September 10th after he was shot while hosting an event at Utah Valley University in Orem, Utah. And when news of the shooting broke, actor Chris
I've met so many great people and lifelong friends, and one of those people that brought me into their world was Charlie Kirk. Someone who gave me a voice as a woman, made me feel like I had the power to show up in this world. And he was assassinated today. This is tough. Pray for Charlie. Pray for his parents, his children, his entire family. Erica, my heart is with you.
Filled with grief and anger at the heinous assassination of Charlie Kirk on a college campus in Utah. And tonight, all who knew him and loved him are united in shock and horror. May
And there are a lot of people that are like, no matter what side of politics you're on, you should never celebrate something bad happening to someone. I, on the other hand, do cheer when bad things happen to bad people.
Charlie Kirk just got shot. Oh my God. Well, breaking fucking news, folks.
This is awful, and the assassination of Charlie Kirk risks an uncorking of political chaos. Are we going to do something, or are we going to argue over rhetoric? That is my question about this. We have to pass gun safety legislation and stop this.
And remember, we're Americans, and you can disagree in a way that doesn't end in a horrible way today did.
And it shouldn't matter what your political views are. You should be able to state in America whatever you feel.
A couple Republicans just came down these steps and said that it's Democrats' fault that this happened. Your response to that?
I think on a day when this young man has lost his life and his family is grieving, to be talking about the politics of this is just so inappropriate.
We should all resist the temptation just to point fingers. That takes us nowhere. We should be rejecting gun violence and political violence in all of.
Political violence, unfortunately, has been ratcheting up in this country. We saw the shootings, the killings in Minnesota. We've seen other political violence occur in other states. And I would just say it's got to stop. And I think there are people who are fomenting it in this country. I think the president's rhetoric often foments it.
Assaulted your wife?
Yes.
He came down the escalator and called Mexicans rapists and murderers. He said, well, what do you think I should have done? I said, I think you should have punched him in the face and then gotten out of the race. You would have been a hero.
I'd like to punch him in the face. I said if we were in high school, I'd take you behind the gym and beat the hell out of him.
Punch some people in the face.
When was the last time an actor assassinated a president?
They're still going to have to go out and put a bullet in Donald Trump, and that's a fact.
Look as his character is stabbed to death.
Where is John Wilkes Booth when you need him?
I have thought an awful lot about blowing up the White House.
I will go and take Trump out tonight.
And if you see anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant, in a department store, at a gasoline station, you get out and you create a crowd. And you push back on them. And you tell them they're not welcome anymore.
I love music. I love rappers. But I've watched more Charlie Kirk's video debating college students more than I've watched any other content within the past. Like, I can't really think of any other content I consumed more in 2024. Like, I was watching a lot of Charlie Kirk's video, just watching him debate random college kids. Like, mind you, I am older than this kid. I'm older than Charlie Kirk. Like, for me to be so drawn into what he was pushing, I don't know why I was drawn to it, but one thing I do know is, like, he was amazing. When I mean amazing, he definitely got my attention. Him debating those college kids was just, like, people made reposts of his content. Like, they would just repost his content all day, like, all through my feeds on YouTube, because I guess YouTube knew I liked those kind of content. So YouTube would just recommend me more Charlie Kirk's video. So, 2025, I had to go renew my driver's license, and for some reason, I let my driver's license expire. And when I was renewing, they asked me what party I'm affiliated with, or what party am I representing. I switched, and I picked Republicans. And honestly, I think Charlie Kirk had something to do with that. He was part of the reason I made the switch. And imagine me. I'm not a Gen Z. I'm a millennium. So I am older than Charlie Kirk. You know, not that much older than him, but I am older than him. He's younger than me. You know, so he influenced me, and he's part of the reason. I don't know what else made me change my mind to become a Republican, but I think he had something to do with that. Even though, of course, the Democrats definitely had something to do with that as well. But I think he had something to do with that because I consumed so much of his video. But I'm not sure why I made the decision I made when I finally made that decision. I wouldn't say it was because of him, but he probably had something to do with that. To see people happy that this young man was killed on campus while he was just having a debate. It's ridiculous. Somebody shooting him. I'm so speechless right now. I don't know what to say. Ridiculous is not even the words. It's just evil. When I mean it's just evil, it's so evil. I was motivated by Charlie Kirk. I'm like, wow, look at this guy. He's so brave. Going out in public and talking to anybody and everybody. Where does he get this, why is he so brave? But obviously, as much as I loved him, you had those who hated him. And this video, you're going to see a lot of these people, evil people. I call them evil people because how could you be happy that someone else just lost their life? This person, you're happy. I mean, I can understand if you're happy that somebody who's going around shooting people loses their life, or somebody who's going around robbing people loses their life. I can understand if you're happy that somebody who's a murderer, a kidnapper, a child molester loses their life. I can understand even at that. People are just yeah, the person died. But no, for you to be happy that somebody lost their life over doing something that is just a debate, and just because you don't like his opinion, you guys have different opinions. No, I don't think it's worth it. That is just sad that is where this country is. My heart goes out to his wife and kids. God, please help them get over this. Because I'm sure this is the lowest of lows that woman has probably ever experienced, or is experiencing the lowest of lows in her entire life. So this is so sad. I've been watching the coverage of this incident since yesterday, and I'm speechless. I'm short for words. People are evil. Yes, evil do exist in this world, and this is just an example of it. When they say the good die young, this is why they say things like that. Because Charlie Kirk, he gave good energy, only to lose his life at 31, 30. He's just so young. Anyhow, I know a lot of people who are out there doing their thing. I'm sure they're kind of affected. They may not feel as bold as they used to in the past, just going around and, freely speaking to people and having different opinions and just, having a debate and talking about it. But now, even those guys, journalists, podcasters, news anchors, just street people walking around videotaping, content creators. This could happen to anybody. Anybody who's a public figure, this could happen to them. Because I don't care if you agree with Charlie Kirk or not. There's somebody out there who you do not agree with, who you're going to have difference of opinion with. Just because you guys don't agree does not mean you should go kill that person. Just because they have a voice and have more followers than you, and they could reach more people than you, that does not mean you should go kill that person. If you want to spill your own rhetoric, build yourself up the way he builds himself up, to the point where people want to listen to what he has to say, and spill your rhetoric. You're not just taking somebody out who you know is influential. Seriously, Generation Z, he had him eaten out of his palm. I'm talking about a guy who did not go to college, going and having debates with college grads and college educated people who are supposed to be smarter. It sucks that this is happening to him. It sucks that this happened to him. I was very inspired by him. May his soul rest in peace. This is crazy. This is so sad. America. Oh, man. I don't know what's going on in this country. I'm a Trump supporter. But I don't think this has anything to do with Trump. I just feel like this has to do with evil people doing evil things. Thanks for watching.